الحمد لله وكفى وسلام على عباده الذين اصطفى أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إن الإنسان لربه لكنود وإنه على ذلك لشهيد وإنه لحب الخير لشديد. وقال الله تعالى في مقام آخر بل تؤثرون الحياة الدنيا والآخرة خير وأبقى. وقال الله تعالى في مقام آخر من كان يريد حرث الآخرة نزد له في حرثه ومن كان يريد حرث الدنيا نؤته منها وما له في الآخرة من نصيب. وقال الله تعالى في مقام آخر فمن الناس من يقول ربنا آتنا في الدنيا وما له في الآخرة من خلاق ومنهم من يقول ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. وقال الله تعالى في مقام آخر يا أيتها النفس المطمئنة ارجعي إلى ربك راضية مرضية فادخلي في عبادي وادخلي جنتي. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد وبارك وسلم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد وبارك وسلم. اللهم صل على سيدنا وحبيبنا ونبينا ومولانا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا وحبيبنا ونبينا ومولانا وشفيعنا محمد وبارك وسلم. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala He has put us into this dunya for one single purpose, and that is what we remind each other every week, is that this purpose is that we live this life for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We live this life to serve Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We live this life to obey Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And our goal is Allah. Our goal is that we are going to pass this stage of life. This is a stage of life. Our life is long. Our life started from when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created all of us and then asked all of us that Alastu bi Rabbikum, then am I not your Lord? And everybody said, Bala, indeed Ya Allah, you are our Lord. So our life started from that day. And then we are just passing these stages of life. We have been in the Alam al-Arwah, and then we've all been created in the womb of our mothers, and when at the appointed time our ruh was inserted into our bodies, and then we came out into this dunya for a very specific time, and then we are going to go back and then just going to continue. We're just living this life for a purpose, and this is one of the stages of the life, of a longer life. And the purpose of this stage of life is that Allah Ta'ala wants to test us, that how do we perform. This is a place of test. So before that it was Amr of Allah that He created us, then He sent us, and this period is to test us. and it's going to decide how our next life is going to be. This is all what this life is about. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He wants that we understand the purpose of our life, because even though we all say La ilaha illallah, alhamdulillah, I mean, this is only tawfiq of Allah that we even say that. But the problem is that it has not come into our hearts. We have not yet understood the purpose of our life. We have failed to recognize this very fact. And the reason that I'm saying this is that because we have not set our priorities right yet. If we had truly understood that, then our priorities would have been different. All what we are after is what we see. Iman, belief, is seeing in the unseen, believing in the unseen. Alif Lam Mim, ذلك الكتاب لا ريب فيه هدى للمتقين الذين يؤمنون بالغيب. That who believe in the unseen. Belief is in the unseen. Belief is not that, you look at something and you say, I believe in this. It's not a belief. If I ask you, do you believe that I have pen in my hand? And if anybody of you says yes, your answer is wrong. Because it's not belief. You're seeing it. You have the knowledge, you can witness that. But if I tell you, I have a pen in my hand and it's and you cannot see my hand right now, and you say yes because I always say the truth, and you believe in that, that's belief. So belief is always on the unseen. So our purpose is that we believe in that unseen. And whatever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has told us, we believe in that so that we strive for that. The way that we live our life today, we still do not have that belief that Allah ta'ala wants from us. That's why all our focus is on the things that we see. What type of job should I have? What type of house should I have? What sort of bank balance should I have? How can I save? How can I have a better car? How can I marry the most beautiful woman of this world? Oh, my husband, he doesn't do this, he doesn't do that, he doesn't do this. I mean, all people have their complaints because they are looking for an ideal thing in this dunya. There is no ideal thing in this dunya. This dunya is a place of test. It's not a place to get your ideal things. If Allah Ta'ala gives you, that's like huge blessing and favor of Allah Ta'ala that He gives you that. But if He doesn't, there's not a place to get that ideal thing in any way. Ideal things will be in the paradise. But for that, people need to work. People need to have that true belief, that true iman, that true understanding of that reality. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has said that in many places in the Quran. He has reminded us. Whole Quran is about that. All the stories that He has mentioned, all the ahkam, the orders that He has given is just for that. It's just for that. To build our iman. To make sure that we really realize, what's the truth. The problem is that we have not yet understood the truth. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He says that you guys are only after the things that you see. That's why all your focus, all your effort is on this. Your focus is not right. Your efforts are not well directed. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in Surah Al-Adiyat, He says that innal insana li rabbihi lakanud. That insan, the human being, is very ungrateful to his Lord. He's very ungrateful to the blessings that he has been given. وَإِنَّهُ عَلَى ذَلِكَ لَشَهِيدٌ. He sees them. He's witnessing all of the blessings, but still does not recognize that, what is this? He does not recognize because he doesn't have that depth of belief in his heart. That's why he's not giving thanks to the one who is giving him these blessings. That's why we complain all the time. Always complain. All what we have is complain. Oh, why didn't this happen this way? Why didn't that happen that way? My husband is not the way that I want. My wife is not the way that I want her to be. He didn't give me this. He didn't give me that. Oh, my car, I got a scratch. Complaints. The weather is not good. It rains a lot. It never rains. It's always shiny. It's always sunny. Oh, sun never comes out. Everybody has their own complaints. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that, we don't recognize the blessings of Allah. And we have spoken about this topic many, many times. If we start counting the blessings of Allah, we'll never be able to count that. وَإِن تَعُدُّوا نِعْمَةَ اللَّهِ لَا تُحْصُوهَا. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that إِنَّ الْإِنسَانَ لِرَبِّهِ لَكَنُودٌ. A person is very ungrateful to his Lord. وَإِنَّهُ عَلَى ذَلِكَ لَشَهِيدٌ. He sees them, but he doesn't recognize them, because he doesn't know that this blessing is from Allah. Otherwise he would have appreciated that blessing. The fact that we are sitting here is a blessing of Allah. The fact that we are breathing, that we are seeing, we are talking, we are able to see, we are able to hear, we are able to talk, walk, whatever. It's all blessing of Allah. Go and talk to people. Everybody has his own issues. If I start talking to every one of you, everybody will have their own stories. And if I share your story to this person, he would think, that possibly he's the most lucky person on the face of the earth. And if I share his story to you, you would feel that you are the most lucky person on the face of the earth. And people feel, my story is the worst story. It's not. وَإِنَّهُ عَلَى ذَلِكَ لَشَهِيدٌ. And the problem is, because وَإِنَّهُ لِحُبِّ الْخَيْرِ لَشَدِيدٌ. All of this problem is because he is too much into this dunya. The love of this dunya is too much. All what he is seeing is believing in witnessing. He's not believing in the things that he should be believing in. His quote-unquote belief is in the thing that he's witnessing. Oh, if I lose my job, where I'm going to get things from? Oh, if I don't get married this year, how I'm going to survive? Oh, if I don't get this car, this very specific car that I liked yesterday, that I don't think that I'm going to ever like any car anymore. These are the things that people as if, the things that they have their crush on, these are the things this is at their goal. That's it. They don't see beyond that. They're all temporary things. Because people are too much into this dunya, all what they are after is, all their focus, all their direction is towards these materialistic things which are all going to vanish in any way. Every single thing is going to vanish. That's why they are not able to recognize the things that are beyond that horizon that we cannot see as of today. At the time of our death, we will all start seeing that. But then that will not be belief anymore. Belief is today. Belief is when we don't see them and still we know that they are there, and we focus on those things, not on these things. And this is the root of all the issues that we have. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reminds people, why are you so much focused? Why are your expectations from all of these material things that are going to vanish? All the issues that we have are because of our expectations. The reason that, that I get hurt is because I'm expecting that person to behave in a certain manner. That's why, oh, why didn't that person do that to me? And I'm hurt. The husband from wife, wife from husbands, in-laws, mother-in-law, daughter-in-law, father-in-law, friends, relatives. Too many expectations. Why? Why are you expecting from all of these people? Expect from Allah. Connect to Allah. Give them their rights. Don't expect that anybody is going to fulfill your rights. And then your life will be in sukoon, peace. People are too much into this dunya. That's the root of all of the issues that we have. That's the root of forgetting Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's the root of not preparing for the hereafter, for the true goal. Allah ta'ala says, أَفَلَا يَعْلَمُ إِذَا بُعْثِرَ مَا فِي الْقُبُورِ. Don't you know what's going to be raised up from the graves? وَحُصِّلَ مَا فِي الصُّدُورِ. And on that day, all what's in your heart will be opened up. That's the reality. Remember that. Realize that. Don't prefer this dunya over the hereafter. Set your priorities right. Understand the purpose of this life. Understand it. Only when people realize the purpose of their life, then they are going to direct their lives in the proper manner. Today, even people who walk on the deen, there are people who do not give preference, don't give deen the preference at all. This is one type of people. Same root cause. There is a second type of people who have some sort of real understanding. Oh, this dunya is vanishing. My goal is Allah, and I should be preparing for the hereafter. But there is an issue with those type of people as well. And that issue is that there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things they are still not able to leave. They'll do everything. They'll go to the masjid, pray with congregation, takbir ula, but there's so much anger in them. They cannot leave that anger. They will shout at their wives, they will shout at their children, they will shout at people around them, whoever they can shout at, of course. They cannot take it out. If you ask them, please remove that from your life, sorry, but it's too difficult. There's some people, just they can do anything, but for example, women cannot put on hijab, cannot put on niqab. Why? I can do anything, but this is very difficult. You ask them to leave the mixed gatherings, friends come over, all sit together, all of this gossips, which is the source of the fitna, I can tell you that. People don't realize that it's such source of such a big fitna, and only when people are into that fitna, then they realize, what they've been doing. And I can tell you, there are stories. It's a very dangerous thing. It's a very dangerous thing. So you tell them, why don't you have a separate sitting in your house, so that, next time when my friends are going to come over, what are they going to say? We have all been sitting together, now they will come, we will make the separate seating arrangements for women and separate for men. What are they going to say? I'm sorry, but this is very difficult. The 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things, you lower your gaze, please, this is very difficult. I can do anything, this is very difficult. Why don't you grow a beard? This is something that you should be doing. It's sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ. He ordered that, men should be like that. I can do anything, but this is very difficult. What will the people at my job say? He has become a terrorist. And so on. And everybody look into their own lives. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things that people are not able to leave. And this is the thing that's really, really testing them. Where is the belief in the heart? That's testing them. For some people, everything is difficult. For some people, there are few things that are difficult. But the thing is, we have to take out every single thing. Every single thing that is that is of the disobedience of Allah Ta'ala. Every single thing. Udkhulu fi silmi ka'afa. Enter into submission completely, 100%. You don't have a choice and can enter 99% or 98% or 99.5%. No. 100%. This is the problem with people. Oh, I can wear hijab, I can be modest, I can do everything, but it's so difficult to mix with the male colleagues at my workplace. It's very difficult, whenever a woman comes and she wants to shake hand, how can I leave by shaking hand? What will she say? How can I refuse her? Everybody has their own issues. And this is something that we all need to work on. Because these 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 things are the things that really are stopping us. That is the reason that we have all the issues. That's a proof that we still have to work hard on ourselves in order to bring that iman into our hearts, the true iman. This is a test that what do we prefer? Do we prefer the life of this dunya or we prefer the life of the hereafter? Everybody has their own test. And we have all, we don't look into ourselves, we look at other people. Oh, I go to the masjid, brother A, B, and C, they don't even come to the masjid. Well, they're also doing some things that you are not doing. Have you ever thought about that? Not saying that they shouldn't be coming to the masjid and they're okay. But the thing is that why are you concerned about them not coming to the masjid? You should be, if you can give them like targheeb, that with wisdom, with hikmah, that why don't they come as well? That's good. But the thing is, what about yourself? You think you're the best of the dunya? You're the best of the best? Have you ever thought about your issues? Everybody has their issues. And we all need to work on our issues. None of us is perfect, but we need to work on ourselves, work hard so that we can try to reach that level of perfection. We can never achieve that perfection, but at least struggle. This is our test. Whenever these sort of things come, that is our test. What do we prefer? بَلْ تُؤْثِرُونَ الْحَيَاةَ الدُّنْيَا. Allah Ta'ala asked this question. Do you prefer the life of this world? وَالْآخِرَةُ خَيْرٌ وَأَبْقَى. Did you forget that the akhirah is better and is something that's going to remain forever? What are you giving preference? What sort of equation that you have? In your equation, all what you're focusing on is this dunya, dunya, dunya. All what you're focusing on is, how can I live the best life? Have you ever thought, how can I die a best death? We have never thought about that. Because our focus is this dunya, because that's all what we look, that's all what we believe in. We have never actually thought about, that وَالْآخِرَةُ خَيْرٌ وَأَبْقَى. The hereafter is better and is forever. And whatever we work in this dunya, how much effort do we put in this dunya, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has written this dunya for us. It's not going to increase, it's not going to decrease. This is also our iman. So this is very insane, or doesn't make sense that people spend all their effort in something that's already fixed. But the hereafter is something that we can earn. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that. It says, Man kana yuridu harsal akhirati nazid lahu fi harsihi. If people work, whoever demands the goods of the hereafter, whoever works for that, who has this talab, this desire, and whoever does the irada, makes an intention that he's going to increase work to increase the goods of the hereafter, I will increase that. وَمَنْ كَانَ يُرِيدُ حَرْسَ الدُّنْيَا نُؤْتِهِ مِنْهَا. And whoever wants the goods of this dunya, then he will get whatever is written for him. وَمَا لَهُ فِي الْآخِرَةِ مِنْ نَصِيبٍ. But on the day of judgment, on the hereafter, then there will be nothing for that person. فَمِنَ النَّاسِ مَنْ يَقُولُ رَبَّنَا آتِنَا فِي الدُّنْيَا وَمَا لَهُ فِي الْآخِرَةِ مِنْ خَلَاقٍ. There are people who say, Ya Allah, increase in my dunya. Because again, the focus is dunya. Ya Allah, give me that car. Ya Allah, give me that wife. Ya Allah, give me children. Ya Allah, give me a good house. Ya Allah, give me this. Ya Allah, give me that. I'm not saying we shouldn't be asking that. And that's the proof is the next part of this ayah. But this is all what their focus is, because this is all what they look at. They've totally forgotten about what's coming next. Allah Ta'ala says that these people will have no portion in the hereafter. وَمِنْهُمْ مَنْ يَقُولُ رَبَّنَا آتِنَا فِي الدُّنْيَا حَسَنَةً وَفِي الْآخِرَةِ حَسَنَةً. But then there are people who say, Ya Allah, give me good of this dunya and give me good of the hereafter. And the reason that they are saying is that they also know that whatever they are going to get in this dunya is from Allah. So they ask Allah for every single thing. Prophet ﷺ said, even ask Allah Ta'ala for your shoelaces. Ask every single thing. Ask Allah Ta'ala for all khair, all good. But also ask for the hereafter, because that's something that's going to remain forever. وَقِنَا عَذَابَ النَّارِ. Oh Allah, save me from the punishment of the fire. أُولَٰئِكَ لَهُمْ نَصِيبٌ مِّمَّا كَسَبُوا. These are the people who will get what they have worked for, what they have struggled for. So Allah Ta'ala wants that we make our focus right. When we make our focus right, then Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, when this stage of life is going to end, Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala will call that person. There is a khitab in this dunya when people are alive, and there is an address in this dunya. For example, Ya ayyuhal ladhina amanu kutiba alaykum as-siyam kama kutiba ala alladhina min qablikum la'allakum tattaqun. That, oh, you who believe, fasting has been prescribed on you. Oh, you who believe, fear Allah. Oh, you who believe, do this. Oh, you who believe, do that. These are the address when people are alive. And when people will be over with this stage of life and they're going to go into the next stage of life, then there will be another address. And Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala has also spoken about that address, that khitab, that He will do to the people who have worked on themselves, who have been able to remove all those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 remaining issues as well from their life. For those people who have entered into the submission 100%, who are not left with any of the filths or the diseases of the heart, then Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala calls these people that, Ya ayyatuhan nafsul mutma'inna, that, oh, you pleased and blessed ruh, nafs, irji'i ila rabbiki, that you come back to your Lord. Ulama say that, there are two types of angels who come to take your soul. One are the types of angels which are the angels of the right, Ashab al-Yameen. And there are other types of angels that are Ashab al-Shimal. So these Ashab al-Yameen are the beautiful angels who come to take the ruh of the righteous people. People who have struggled, who have made their efforts in this dunya to obey Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. And the people, the angel of the left, they come to take away the soul of the people who have lived this life of their desires. And they are very ugly looking angels. Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala has made them those. And when people are about to go to the next world, they start seeing something. And initially they see as there are some lights. Because we are in this dunya. We have lived in this dunya for some time. We are used to the environment around us. If suddenly Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala opens that door, it will be very difficult for people to absorb, even to take that. If suddenly a thing is appeared in front of you that you're not used to look at, it's very difficult to take that. It's the nature of human beings are not like that. So first he starts looking and seeing that there are some lights slowly, gradually coming to him. And so that he starts getting used to that. And when they come close, then people start feeling that love for those lights. And then suddenly he sees that, oh, they're not lights. They're angels. And they're beautiful angels. And now these angels, they come and they give, some comfort to that person. He says, اخرجي أيتها النفس المطمئنة. Oh, blessed soul. Oh, peaceful soul. Oh, peaceful nafs, that you have worked and have struggled to take out all of your issues out from your life and have completely submitted to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in this dunya. Come out. كانت في الجسد الطيب. That you were in a beautiful, purified body. When there's a flower, if you put that flower on some place, if that's really a flower with a very good smell, and if that flower remains at a place for some time, that place also starts smelling very good. Right? So if there is, the nafs has become nafsul mutma'inna, if people have completely 100% gone into the submission of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then the smell, the beautiful smell of this nafs al-mutma'inna will also have the effect on the bodies that people have. It comes about Imam Bukhari rahmatullah alayhi that, there's a very beautiful smell that comes out of his grave. My Shaykh, he went to visit his grave, and when he smelled that beautiful smell, he asked the person who actually takes care of his grave, he said, do you put any perfume? He said, Wallahi, no. He said, never. It says that كانت في الجسد الطيب, that you were in a beautiful body because of your connection with this body, which is of this dunya, which is going to vanish, which is animalistic, but it has also become such a beautiful thing. اخرجي إلى روح وريحان وَرَبِّي غَيْرَ غَضْبَانٍ. That you come out to the beautiful mosque, to your Lord who is not angry at you. So give some comfort, so that person doesn't feel, scared. What's going to happen to me? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala calls that person. He said, Ya ayyatuhan nafsul mutma'inna. That, oh you peaceful soul. Oh you the one who has worked on yourself in order to enter into submission completely. Who, even though that there were things that were very hard on your nafs, that were truly life-changing for you, but you recognize the very fact that this is something that Allah Ta'ala gets angry at. You recognize the fact that this is something that's disobedience of Allah, even though that was very difficult for you, but you did it for the sake of Allah. You have really reached that state when your nafs has become nafsul mutma'inna. So you come out to your Lord. Ya ayyatuha an-nafsul mutma'inna irji'i ila rabbiki. That you come out to your Lord. And these are the beautiful words, if you really think about that. What does it mean, irji'i ila rabbiki? That come out to your Lord. It's just like, as our mashayikh say, that if you have a lot of love for your child, for example, so there are different words that you use to call your child. For example, if I have to call my son, in general I say, Abdullah, can you come here? But there's a time when my love is really coming out, that I would say, my dear son, can you please come? Come to your father, come to your baba. The different words, but my words are telling something. My words are telling, that this is, my love for you at this moment, although I've been loving you all my life, but at this moment, my love for you is great. My love for you is something that's very different. My love for you is something that's more than any other time. Come to your baba, come to your father. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says exactly that. Ya ayyatuhan nafsul mutma'inna. Oh, you the one who have 100% devoted yourself to serve Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in your life. Now this is the time that my love for you is extreme. You have been loving me all your life. This is the time that I give you my love back. This is the time that I have to express my love for you. You have been expressing your love for me all your life by submitting to me, by making sure that you do not do anything that displeases me. This is the time that I'm going to express my love for you. That I've been also loving you all my life, or all your life, I would say. Excuse me. But this is a time to express that. Ya ayyatuhan nafsul mutma'inna, irji'i ila rabbiki. Come back to your Lord, and in a state that radiyatan mardiyah, that I am happy with you, you are happy with me. You are happy with me, and I am happy with you. It's easy to understand what does it mean by I am happy with you. That Allah Ta'ala is very happy at the person who have submitted his life in his obedience. But a person is also happy with Allah. If you ask somebody, are you happy or angry at Allah? I mean, everybody would say, I'm happy with Allah. But the happiness with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala it is very deep meaning. It means that taking Him as your Lord and knowing that He loves us and knowing that whatever He does to us is for our good and being happy at any state that we get into. That's happiness with Allah. That's true happiness with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. There are some people who are very happy, if they're healthy, they have wealth, they are rich, everything is going their way, they're very happy. Suddenly something happens that goes against their will or wishes, and suddenly they have all the complaints. That's not happiness with Allah. There was one shaykh, a very pious person, who says, everything in this dunya happens according to my will and my wishes. Somebody said, are you okay? What are you saying? Everything in the dunya happens according to your wish? He said, yes. He said, how come? He said, because all my wishes are according to the wishes of Allah. So Allah Ta'ala wishes for anything. If He wants that it rains right now, I also want that it rains right now. If He wants that it shines right now, I also wants that I shine right now. Allah Ta'ala wants that I become sick, I also want that I become sick. Allah Ta'ala wants that I become rich, I also want that I become rich. So that's why everything that happens in this dunya is according to my wish, because my wish is encroached into the wish of my Lord. This is happiness with Allah. When people truly submit to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that this is exactly what happens. When people are 100% into submission, this is exactly what happens. Everything they do is according to the wish of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah ta'ala wants me to that I lower my gaze now, I lower my gaze now. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants me that I forgive people for the sake of Allah, forgive people for the sake of Allah. Allah ta'ala wants me to control my anger, I control my anger. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants that, this is time to get up and pray, I get up and pray. Allah ta'ala wants me that, that you go out and get stuck in the traffic, I get stuck in the traffic without getting impatient. Allah ta'ala wants me that, I don't get something that I really wanted, I don't get that thing. Allah ta'ala wants me that, whatever, I have a scratch on my car, I have a scratch on my car. This is true happiness with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And this is exactly what people have when people are totally submitted in the obedience of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's why at the time of their death, radiyatan mardiyah. You are happy with me, I am happy with you. There was a Sahabi, his name was Sayyidina Imran ibn al-Husayn, radiyallahu anhu. Once he had some, what do you call it, blister? Pora, right? What do you call it? Huh? On one of his sides. It's blister, right? And it was really sort of cancerous. And always increasing and increasing and increasing. There were a lot of pus, blood coming out. And it was so painful that he was on his bed and he couldn't even move. And it remained with him for 32 years. He couldn't move. And when people used to go and visit him, he would be very happy, extremely happy. No sign of pain, no sign of complaint, nothing. And somebody asked, it's just so painful. So many years have passed and you can't even sit. You can't even change your side. Why are you so happy? I couldn't understand this thing. He said that when Allah Ta'ala sent me this, I said to Allah, Ya Allah, I'm happy at this state. I'm happy at whatever state you keep me in. Because you know what's good for me. I don't know what's good for me. You know it. For example, there's a child, if at night, right before he's going to sleep, he's brushed his teeth, he's just ready to sleep, he says, Baba, can I get chocolate? I said, no, beta, no, this is not the time to get chocolate. Because you brush your teeth and you eat chocolate, possibly you're not going to not be able to sleep, and it's going to, cause some decays in your teeth, whatever. Right? Because I know the child, a 5-year-old, 4-year-old, 3-year-old, he doesn't know what's good for him, what's bad for him. Just like that, I'm even smaller than a child in the front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. People don't know who they are. People don't know what is good for them, what is bad for them. So Allah, Ya Allah, you knew, or you know what is good for me, and you gave me this, I'm extremely happy at that, because it must be good for me. He said that when I said to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Ya Allah, I'm happy at this state, and I remained patient, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave me a state that angels came and visited me. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala opened the doors of the unseen to me. And he said, I'm in such a state of ecstasy that I don't even want that it be taken away from me now. Their state becomes like that they're extremely happy with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in every state that comes. Now people are doing everything, suddenly, something happens and people change. Why are you not coming to the masjid? oh, I'm not doing it good in my business. Inshallah, when it's going to be over, then I'll come to the masjid. Again, we have not set our priorities right. We are still not able to understand that what is this life about. That's our problem. For these people, the Sharia becomes their tabi'ah. The Sharia becomes their habit. Everything that they do is according to the Sharia. Once in Uthman radiallahu anh, at the time of one of the battles, Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam asked for help, that everybody bring something. Sayyidina Uthman radiallahu anh, he brought 100 camels filled with, with a lot of goods, a lot of food. Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam was become so happy looking at that. He said that after today, whatever Uthman does, he will not have any questioning. What does that mean? Does that mean that even if he sins, that nothing will happen to him? No. Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam was actually making dua for him, that from today he is going to get that state. That will be the state of nafsul mutma'inna, that he will, whatever he will do, exactly that thing, that will cause the happiness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So this is a state that we all need to achieve, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala calls us at the time of our death, that Ya ayyatuhan nafsul mutma'inna irji'i ila rabbiki radiyatan mardiya, that you were happy with me, I am happy with you. And also you're going to be happy with me for what's stored for you in the hereafter. What's going to come next, you will be happy with me at that as well. Fadkhuli fi ibadi, that enter into my slavehood. You become my abd. Everybody is an abd of Allah. Shaitan is an abd of Allah, the jinns are the abd of Allah, the kafir are the ibad Allah. Everybody is an abdullah. But you become my slave. This is, oh my son, come to your Baba. This is the expression of love. Fadkhuli fi ibadi, you are my special slave. You're not like any other slave. You are my slave. You have worked, you have recognized the purpose of your life, and you worked on yourself, you struggled, you did whatever was asked of you in this dunya. You took out all those things that were displeasing Allah, and you struggled on yourselves to make sure that you are 100% on deen. Today is your day. Fadkhuli fi ibadi, enter into my slavehood, become my slave, become my abd. You are a special person today. You're not like any other person. Wadkhuli jannati, and you enter into my paradise. This is the reward for you for today. So this is all what we need to work on, my friends. We need to know, we need to ask ourselves that which state are we in right now? Are we at that state that if the angels come today, right now, am I ready to go? Am I ready to go back? And everybody asks this question. I don't know the answer. I possibly don't even know my answer. What state am I in? But at least reflect on your state. What if the angels of death come right now? What will happen? What sort of angels are going to come? What are they going to tell me? Will I be called with these beautiful words of Ya ayyatuhan nafsul mutma'inna irji'i ila rabbiki? Or some different sort of angels are going to come? Do we know that if Allah Ta'ala is happy with us? How do we know if Allah Ta'ala is happy with us? Our mashayikh say that the way that you know that Allah Ta'ala is happy with us, that you look into your life and see that where does Allah Ta'ala stand in your list of priorities. At each and every single thing that you do, starting with like anything. If it's time for prayer, am I sleeping? Am I praying? If it's a meeting going on, do I prefer my prayers? Or do I prefer, that maybe my boss becomes angry with me? He may let me lose my job. When it comes to my interaction with people, when somebody says something that's can make me really angry, what do I do? Do I control my anger or do I let it go? When somebody passes in front of me, what do I do? Do I look at that person with desire or do I lower my gaze? When I'm browsing my internet, what do I do when anything pops up, the shaitani things? Do I turn my face and close that immediately, or do I stare at that? Where does Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala stand in my list of priorities? If Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is on the top of the list of my priorities, then know that you are also on the top of the list of the priorities of Allah. Then you know that Allah ta'ala is also happy with you. But if Allah ta'ala is not on the top of the list of your priorities, then know that Allah ta'ala is also not happy with you. Allah ta'ala is also not put you on the top of His list of priorities. بَلْ تُؤْثِرُونَ الْحَيَاةَ الدُّنْيَا وَالْآخِرَةُ خَيْرٌ وَأَبْقَى. What do you prefer? What do you prefer? So I have to look into myself. Everybody has to look into their hearts. What is their state? And if their state is nowhere, then definitely is a problem. Because angels of death can come anytime. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, when the time of death comes, لَا يَسْتَقْدِمُونَ سَاعَةً وَلَا يَسْتَأْخِرُونَ. What is that? لَا يَسْتَأْخِرُونَ سَاعَةً وَلَا يَسْتَقْدِمُونَ. That is not delayed a second, it doesn't come a second earlier. There is an appointed time of our death when this stage of life is going to be over. So if it is written for me now, today, tonight, tomorrow, in a few days, in a few weeks, in a few years, Allah knows. But the thing is, I have to be ready for that. Nobody is going to announce it's coming. Every single day that passes, that day announces it's coming. So we have to look into our lives, my friends. We have to look into our hearts. And we have to reflect on our state. And we have to find out, where do we stand. And if we are not at that stage, then we have to work on ourselves. And even if we feel that we are at that stage, then we have to maintain that stage. Because if we forget about ourselves, then the shaitan is going to come and he's going to snatch our state. So we have to be extremely vigilant. We have to be extremely vigilant. And we all have to work. And we all have to set our priorities right. So that, we pass this stage of test, we pass this examination that we all are in. So that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala calls us with those blessed words, those beautiful, loving words of Ya ayyatuhan nafsul mutma'inna irji'i ila rabbiki radiyatan mardiya fadkhuli fi ibadi wadkhuli jannati wa akhiru da'wana anil hamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Allah ko apna bana lo, Allah ko apna bana lo, Allah ko apna bana lo. ये जिंदगी एक मोहलत है, रूठे हुए रब को बना लो, अल्लाह को अपना बना लो. अल्लाह से दूरी कैसी, अल्लाह से गफलत कैसी, अल्लाह से दूरी कैसी, अल्लाह से गफलत कैसी, अब सब रिश्तों को छोड़ो, अल्लाह से लो लगा लो, अल्लाह को अपना बना लो, अल्लाह को दिल में बसा लो, अल्लाह से लो लगा लो, अल्लाह को अपना बना लो। ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह मुहम्मद रसूल। दुआ करो। सुब्हान रब्बियल अअला वहाब। अल्हम्दुलिल्लाहि रब्बिल आलमीन। अल्लाहुम्मा सल्लि अला सय्यिदिना व हबीबना व नबिय्यिना मुहम्मदिन व अला आलि सय्यिदिना मुहम्मदिन व बारिक व सल्लिम। रब्बना ज़लमना अनफुसना व इन लम तग़फिर लना व तरहमना लनकूनन्ना मिनल ख़ासिरीन। रब्बना ला तुज़िग़ क़ुलूबना बअद इज़ हदैतना व हब लना मिन लदुनका रहमा इन्नका अंतल वहाब। ला इलाहा इल्ला अंता सुब्हानका इन्ना कुन्ना मिनज़ ज़ालिमीन। या मुक़ल्लिबल क़ुलूब सब्बित क़ुलूबना अला दीनिक। या मुसर्रिफ़ल क़ुलूब सर्रिफ़ क़ुलूबना अला ताअतिक। अल्लाहुम्मा हब्बिब इलैनल ईमान व ज़य्यिनहु फ़ी क़ुलूबिना व कर्रिह इलैनल कुफ़्र वल फ़ुसूक़ वल इस्यान वजअलना मिनर राशिदीन। अल्लाहुम्मा तह्हिर क़ुलूबना मिनन निफ़ाक़ व अअमालना मिनर रिया वअल्सुनना मिनल कज़िब व अअयुनना मिनल ख़ियाना फ़इन्नका तअलमु ख़ाइनतल अ'युन व मा तुख़फ़ी स्सुदूर। अल्लाहुम्मा आति नुफूसना तक़वाहा व ज़क्किहा अंत खैरु मन ज़क्काहा अंत वलियुहा व मौलाहा। अल्लाहुम्मा अंसुरिल मुजाहिदीन फ़ी कुल्लि मकान। अल्लाहुम्मा अइज़्ज़िल इस्लाम वल मुस्लिमीन। अल्लाहुम्मा अइज़्ज़िल इस्लाम वल मुस्लिमीन। अल्लाहुम्मा अइज़्ज़िल इस्लाम वल मुस्लिमीन। या अरहमर राहिमीन या अकरमल अकरमीन या करीम या गफ़ार या रहीम या वदूद या वहाब या वहाब या वहाब या सत्तार या सत्तार या सत्तार या हन्नान या मन्नान। Ya Allah, Ya Allah, please accept this gathering from all of us. Ya Arhamar Rahimeen, Ya Akram al-Akrameen. Ya Allah, all the people who have come. Ya Allah, people who are listening. Ya Allah, please accept this gathering from all of us. Ya Akram al-Akrameen. Ya Arhamar Rahimeen, Ya Akram al-Akrameen. Ya Allah, all the shortcomings that we had, Ya Allah, in saying things and listening to things. Ya Arhamar Rahimeen, please forgive us of all of these shortcomings. Ya Arhamar Rahimeen, Ya Akram al-Akrameen. Ya Allah, we are not worthy of talking about your blessed name. Ya Allah, we are not worthy of, Ya Allah, listening to your beautiful words. Ya Allah, our tongues are filthy, our ears are filthy, our hearts are filthy. Ya Allah, it's only your tawfiq and your karam and your rahim, Ya Allah, that you have allowed us to talk about these things and to listen about these things. Ya Allah, when you have given us this tawfiq, please also accept this from all of us, Ya Arhamar Rahimeen. Ya Allah, you yourself have said that, Ya ayyuhan nas antumul fuqara'u ila Allah, that, oh people, you are beggars in front of Allah. Ya Allah, this group of beggars, Ya Allah, we are here, Ya Allah, at your door, begging for your mercy. Ya Allah, please open your doors of mercy. Ya Allah, please look at this gathering with one sight of love, Ya Arhamar Rahimeen. Ya Allah, please forgive us, Ya Allah, for our shortcomings, and Ya Allah, please change our dead hearts. Ya Allah, please clean our filthy hearts. Ya Allah, we have lived all our life in your disobedience. Ya Allah, we have lived all our life, Ya Allah, earning your anger. Ya Arhamar Rahimeen, we do tawbah of all of what we have been doing. Ya Allah, we beg you, Ya Arhamar Rahimeen, that you grant us a life, Ya Allah, that is of your pleasure, that is of your obedience. Ya Arhamar Rahimeen, please, Ya Allah, give us a good life. Ya Allah, give us a life free of sins. Ya Allah, give us a life full of good deeds. Ya Allah, give us a life that's, Ya Allah, that we use in serving your deen. Ya Arhamar Rahimeen, please accept all of us for the service of your deen. Ya Allah, we are not worthy of serving your deen, Ya Allah. What is not about, Ya Allah, who is worthy and who is not. It's all about who you accept. Ya Allah, we beg you, Ya Allah, that you accept this weak, filthy, dirty people for the service of your deen. Ya Arhamar Rahimeen, Ya Akram al-Akrameen. Ya Allah, Ya Allah, we accept, Ya Allah, that we have lived a life of sins. Ya Allah, we have no excuse to offer to you, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, we only beg you, Ya Allah, that you clean our filthy hearts, we clean our filthy states, and Ya Allah, you give us that purity of the nafs, purity of ruh, purity of our hearts with khair and with afiyah, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, when a baby becomes filthy, Ya Allah, the mother never throws the baby away, she always cleans the baby and put on new clothes and love the baby. Ya Allah, you love us more than 70 mothers. Ya Allah, we are here, Ya Allah, we have, Ya Allah, submitted ourselves to you, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, without giving you any excuse, we beg you, Ya Allah, that you also clean our filthy hearts with khair, and you put on new clothes of taqwa, of sunnah, of sharia on us. And Ya Allah, you please make us from your awliya. Ya Allah, make us from your awliya. Ya Allah, make us from your awliya. Ya Allah, please treat us, Ya Allah, even weaker than those babies, Ya Allah, who are in need of their parents to cross the road to take them to their destination. Ya Allah, please do not, Ya Allah, give us, Ya Allah, in the hands of our own nafs. Ya Allah, you please hold our hands and take us to the destination. Ya Arhamar Rahimeen, Ya Allah, our enemies are strong. Ya Allah, we cannot see shaitan. Ya Allah, our nafs is so weak. Ya Arhamar Rahimeen, Ya Akram al-Akrameen, you yourself have said that, Ya Allah, وَلَا تُزَكُّوا أَنفُسَكُمْ, do not call yourself as pure people. بَلِ اللَّهُ يُزَكِّي مَن يَشَاءُ, that Allah, you are the one who purified the nafs. Ya Allah, Ya Allah, we have admitted, Ya Allah, that we are weak. We have struggled, but we have failed. Ya Allah, we beg you that you purify our nafs with khair, with afiyah. And Ya Allah, you take us to our destination, which otherwise, Ya Allah, we will never be able to reach. Ya Arhamar Rahimeen, Ya Akram al-Akrameen. Ya Allah, this is a group, Ya Allah, that's sitting here. Ya Allah, that's a group of young people. Ya Allah, Ya Allah, tonight is a weekend night. Ya Allah, all of these people had options, and Ya Allah, they could have gone to a cinema hall. They could have gone to a bar. They could have gone to a party. Ya Allah, but they chose to come and sit in this gathering. Ya Arhamar Rahimeen, Ya Allah, you love the young blood so much, Ya Allah, that when a young person lives, Ya Allah, he spends his youth in your obedience. You give them the shade of your throne. Well, there be no other shade but that shade. Ya Allah, we beg you, Ya Allah, that because of this youth coming here, Ya Allah, to listen about your blessed words, Ya Rahman Rahimeen, that you accept this gathering, and Ya Allah, you save this youth, Ya Rahman Rahimeen. Ya Allah, you please save this youth, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, you save this youth, Ya Rahman Rahimeen. Ya Allah, you accept this youth, Ya Allah, for the service of your deen. Ya Allah, save our iman. Ya Allah, save the iman of our children. Ya Allah, save iman of every single person who is going to come until the day of judgment. Ya Allah, when it's so hard for us to save our iman, Ya Allah, how can our generations going to save their iman? Ya Allah, Ya Allah, it's hard for us, it's hard for them, but it's easy for you. Ya Allah, everything is so easy for you. Ya Allah, Ya Allah, we do not rely on our own selves. We do not rely on our nafs. Ya Allah, we have given ourselves, all of ourselves to you, Ya Rahman Rahimeen. Ya Allah, raghbatan wa rahmatan ilayk. Ya Allah, we are fearful of your punishment, but we have all hopes in you as well, Ya Rahman Rahimeen. Ya Allah, we are not hopeless of your mercy, Ya Allah. We can never be hopeless of your mercy, Ya Rahman Rahimeen. Ya Allah, you have said this about us weak people. Then قُلْ لِعِبَادِيَ الَّذِينَ أَسْرَفُوا عَلَىٰ أَنفُسِهِمْ, to tell those people who have drowned themselves in sins, in disobedience, لَا تَقْنَطُوا مِنْ رَحْمَةِ اللَّهِ, that do not be despair of the mercy of Allah. Ya Allah, we are not hopeless. Ya Allah, we are hopeless of ourselves, but we are not hopeless of your mercy, Ya Allah. Ya Arhamar Rahimeen, Ya Arhamar Rahimeen, Ya Arhamar Rahimeen. Ya Allah, please have mercy on us, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, take us out of this, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, hopeless state, Ya Arhamar Rahimeen. Please, Ya Allah, give us tawfiq, that we be able to live a life of your obedience, Ya Allah. Please, Ya Arhamar Rahimeen. Ya Allah, all the tawfiq that you have given, we are thankful to you for that tawfiq. But Ya Allah, there are still those 2, 3, 4, 5 things, Ya Allah. It's so hard for us to come out of those, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, but so easy for you. Please, Ya Allah, take us out from all sins. Ya Allah, with khair, with afiyah, Ya Allah, without putting us into any test. Ya Allah, please take us out of all the sins, Ya Arhamar Rahimeen. Give us that nafsul mutmainnah, Ya Allah, that you call with, Ya Allah, those beautiful words of Ya ayyatuhan nafsul mutmainnah, irji'i ila rabbiki radiyatan mardiyah, fadkhuli fi ibadi wadkhuli jannati. Ya Allah, please give us tawfiq that we be able to recite kalima from our tongue at the time of our death. And Ya Allah, we have yaqeen in our heart and you are happy with us before our death, Ya Rahman Rahimeen. Ya Allah, please make our graves from the gardens of paradise. Make the questions of the graves easy for us, Ya Allah. Fill it with light, Ya Allah, make it spacious, Ya Rahman Rahimeen. Ya Allah, when it's time to be raised up in front of you, please, Ya Rahman Rahimeen, look at us with a smile. Ya Allah, in a state that you are happy with us. You give our books in our right hands. Ya Allah, give us the shade of your throne when there be no other shade. Give us the water from the blessed hands of your beloved Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Ya Allah, give us his intercession. Ya Allah, give us his intercession. Ya Allah, please give us his intercession. Ya Allah, allow us, Ya Allah, give us tawfiq to live a life of sunnah, that when he sees us on the day of judgment, Ya Allah, that he is extremely happy with us. Then he calls us, Ya Allah, with love, and gives us water from his beautiful blessed hands, Ya Allah. Ya Arhamar Rahimeen. Ya Allah, Ya Allah, let us all pass the bridge of Sirat with speed of light and enters into paradise without reckoning, without questioning. Ya Allah, and give us a place in the blessed feet of your beloved Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Ya Allah, please invite us to your blessed house again and again. Ya Allah, please invite us to, Ya Allah, to visit your beloved Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, Ya Allah, times and times again. Ya Allah, with more adab, Ya Allah, with more state of gratefulness, Ya Arhamar Rahimeen. Ya Allah, please accept all what we have asked for and all what we could not ask. Ya Allah, with khair. Ya Allah, people who have asked for du'as, you know their needs, Ya Allah, more than we do. Please grant them all the good of this dunya and the hereafter. Ya Allah, give all of us all the good of this dunya and all the good of the hereafter. And please allow us, Ya Allah, to use this dunya for the sake of our hereafter. ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم وتب علينا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم وصلى اللهم تعالى على خير خلقه سيدنا وحبيبنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا وحبيبنا محمد وعلى أصحابه أجمعين برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين Walhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin.